so short. It isn't. You sure?
A closer shot.
No, it's fine. It's okay. Can I start?
Yeah.
Hi guys, welcome back. I don't know if you can hear me. I need to project my voice.
Yeah, you need to be a little bit louder.
Because we know how it goes.
Yeah.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Welcome back again.
What was our last video? It's been that long. Our last video was
not released. It's
I
the
wanna
one where
know.
we discussed something, but we still need to release that.
okay. So our last video was the wedding in Limpopo.
Balitima footage.
No,
Footage.
it's not that. It's that we've been busy. He knows it. We've been busy. But yeah, the last video was the wedding in December. And since then, we have been planning our wedding.
Yes. However.
Yes. We are getting married, finally. Those who know us know that it's been years.
Yeah.
It's been years, but yeah, we're finally here, and what a journey.
A mission possible. Just to go over the finer details of it, only 10% of registered marriages belong to Africans, and 51% belongs to white people. So that's just an interesting fact on the database. You must just put it down on at the bottom of the screen. Yeah.
I don't think I will, but okay. I think you guys get the gist of it. Clearly, us African people aren't registering our marriages, and that's that.
But why is it? Is it because of the process? Because we want to be explaining the process now, or is it just because of preference?
I've been saying to you for a couple of days that it's because an African marriage, I feel, you need to jump up whole lot of hoops to get to the end. Like it's lobola after lobola, it's umembeso after umembeso kuyahlabwa, after ukuhlaba kuyofakwa umakoti. There where you get the you know. So there's a lot, and then we tend to break it up into those, you know, we make it like a 3 separate occasions, and you know, you're spending money on the first one, you're spending money on the second one, you're spending money on the third. And yeah, so some of us is too, and then we forget about the registering and the white wedding and whatever, because I mean, my family is happy.
Yeah. And you've just paid so much money.
They got their lobola, so why are we still carrying on?
And you just paid so much money, then you must still go stand in a line at Home Affairs. So
hey, and all my life I've been told, Uti, when you go to Home Affairs, there's a fee. There's a fee that you pay to get married.
no, are we starting with the breakdown of the process and whatnot, or
like, I think you just went on and stated facts about the whole white wedding thing. But listen,
yeah,
while we are here,
tell them
it's free to get married. It's free to go to Home Affairs. It's like literally free. You get your certificate is 20 rand to print.
yes, 20
You
rand.
print that thing for 20 rand and you are done. The only thing that it will probably cost is if when you are changing your surname and getting an ID. ID is 140, right?
So let's start from the beginning because we haven't gotten to that part
Okay.
of the process. Yes.
Our wedding. We're getting married. So yeah, where do we start?
From the beginning, as usual. As we always do.
Okay, like from what our plans?
So we have decided to do a traditional wedding, and with us doing a traditional wedding, there's a lot of components that go into it, as it's not just a marriage or what other nice word is there for marriage? the inception of our relationship, but it's also of the ancestors and people above us. So in the African culture, we need to just explain as to what is the definition of a traditional wedding, and how we are planning to do it,
Okay.
and also what we have done thus far, and also try to tell people about some financial knowledge when it comes to getting married.
So we took the traditional route. Well, I wanted a traditional wedding because of the hoops I've told you about. So I thought, you know what, I'll do everything, but I want to do everything in one. I don't want the separated stuff. So we are doing a traditional wedding. We have, with the consent of our families, of course, decided that we have already done the first leg of Ulobola. So now it's Ulobola, finishing off the Lobola, then getting married, which is going to be the traditional wedding ceremony, and then lastly the end would be taking me and from my family and going to enter the new family now. So far, we have obviously now started purchasing the gifts. In a traditional marriage, you need to give, both families need to gift each other.
Baba, there's a letter,
Okay,
there's
first,
a list of people. There's
okay,
a list
first,
of.
when you lobola for the first time, I need to you lobola with intentions to come back and finish it. So then there's a letter that goes out after that to say, okay, when you come back to finish, these are the gifts which us we require as
We go,
well. So
boss.
the groom's family, after lobolaring, would have to buy those gifts for the bride's family and
Louis Vuitton, Gucci. Hey, boss. Hey.
so it's specific. There's a list that goes out and it is specific as to who wants what and whatever. So we have started purchasing those.
We're actually almost done.
Yes.
Yeah, no, we're done. We're actually done.
Yeah, we're done with
We're
all
done.
of that. And then after that, I think on our checklist was then the signing. And then the signing comes with, of course, are we getting married in community of property or are we getting a prenup?
Yes,
So
very important
that
question.
is a decision we had to make. So I think, yeah, that was second on our list.
And remember, when it comes to marriage, it's also about financial education, which means that what are you inheriting from the next person? Because now it's not just about the happily ever after, it's also about inheritance, as to say, what are your responsibilities, what are your roles, and pre-marital counseling would also just require you to speak about your finances, speak about how you'd be paving a way for yourself going forward, and also protecting yourself from anything that might not have been disclosed to you prior to marriage.
Yes, so it involves us disclosing what are your assets.
Yes, what are your assets?
What are your assets?
What are your liabilities?
Well, liabilities. Okay, okay, so guys, if you are marrying in community of property and inheriting everything, the good and the bad, it's what a lot of people don't know. So yeah, as females especially, we go in there wanting a community of property because when you decide to exit this marriage, I want it all.
Yeah.
Not knowing that you want it all, you want the debt too, girl. You want to go with the debt, not just the assets. So yeah, that was very enlightening. It was such an easy and I had just such an easy process. It was so light on me. I don't know if it's because we're at the age that we are, that we're informed, but yes, we
are woke.
We made choices that I'm very proud of. Yeah, I don't think I want to go into which contract we went into.
Yes. No, we don't need to go into it. All we're saying is that we must practice financial awareness, financial literacy, and also just understand as to what are we getting ourselves into. get something that works for you. We are not saying that which way is right, which way is wrong, but we're just saying be informed as we were. So yeah, and that process was nice. It was quick.
Everything seems to be quick.
Then we, after concluding our consultation as to financial awareness, we went to.
Now we need to go to Home Affairs. So basically, after doing our preferred contract, it needs to go be registered at the deeds office, which will take 4 weeks or so. They then gave us a letter in order for us to go to Home Affairs to go and register our marriage now, to get married, to go sign. And then, yeah, that's what we did. We were actually thinking the worst. We were expecting the worst from Home Affairs, and Home Affairs then
showed us flames.
No, like they disappointed us. They were like, no, honeys, we are up to.
Yeah.
We know our business. We are gonna help you get this thing done fast. It was the fastest thing I don't know. I thought it was gonna be slow.
Yeah.
So we went to go book a date, and that was.
What time did we get there? Tell them what time we got there. When? How?
But that's because I did my research. Okay, I did my research on TikTok. TikTok helps. I did my research on TikTok, and I discovered that if you're gonna go to Home Affairs at 8 a.m., you're not going to leave there in 30 minutes because there's queues. So we walked in there at 3 p.m. and we went
on a Friday.
On a Friday, and went straight to where we need to go to. It took about less than 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Yeah, like literally, they were on the system, checking our stuff, doing fingerprints.
You're right, guys.
Asking us, when do you guys want to get married? We were just like on a Friday, and they're like, oh, Friday. Yeah. How's next Friday?
Yeah, next Friday. You're right. You need to get there on top. You need to get there
on
top.
Yeah, we got a white guy. I was so grateful for that. But yeah, so we got.
What's that? Home Affairs. South Africa.
So we got the next Friday, and we just went with it because we don't want to actually wait again and then.
Which is yesterday.
Yeah, that was yesterday.
The next Friday is yesterday.
Yeah, so we didn't want to now try and test the universe and wait. So we took the date that we got, and that was yesterday. Yesterday didn't go smoothly as we thought.
Yes, we had an explanation from the marriage official, from the Home Affairs official. So we accepted that explanation because we did so well in the first test. So we'll take the second test and be like, no, it's fine. We won't speak about you, but well done on the first round.
Yeah, the first round was great. The second round, not so great, but we got ability to do done.
Well done.
It was longer than what we expected, but we did our thing and we are now official.
Yes.
Official. We had so many, I won't lie, we had so many questions about officializing before the actual wedding day. So our actual wedding day is like a month from now. And yeah, people were very emotional about the fact that, we are getting officially married before the actual wedding day. But I think you guys would know, and a lot of other people would know, that it is done in this way to avoid things like being automatically married in community of property, or the costs of an officiator involved in that. So I don't know about that. Hey, I don't want to get into it because I got very emotional when I had to confront the opinions of not many, just a few. But yes, we did it in this way for those reasons. I don't know if you want to touch on it.
I think at the end of the day, it's part of the process, whether it happens before or whether it happens after. It's something that we needed to highlight on, and that's why when we started our podcast, I just highlighted on the fact that the number of legitimate marriages that have been registered, and also um, the financial awareness or financial knowledge that we need to also align in these certain situations where you are completely vulnerable to the next person. And yeah, I think from my side, there's not really much to touch on that. So it's just about that, spreading that awareness, spreading that knowledge. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, today I think, yeah, as far as the plans, we are that far. Wedding outfits are still being under construction. Yes, they're still under construction. There's a lot of things that go into a wedding, guys. Honestly, it's easier. Sorry, I'll be with you just now. It looks easy until, but I think with everything, it looks easy until you need to do it. And that's why I'm so oblivious. I'm trying, it's hard, trying to be oblivious to everyone's opinion over this. Trust me, there's a lot. When you go through this, people have opinions, people want to tell you what you should do, what you shouldn't do, and until, I can't stress this enough, until you are in the position, it's totally different. So I would advise that you guys have so much care and so much kindness to people that are going through this process. It's not the easiest financially, but it is also not the easiest mentally.
Shout out to Hadaleta.
Yeah.
Chocolate. We identify you. We identify with
like,
you.
The kindness goes a long way, because the mental strain, the physical strain, because yeah, it's also a lot. Up and downs and all that, and it's a job, especially if I from my side, it feels like it's my second job. I have a part-time job and it's getting married right now.
I have 3 jobs at the moment. I have 3 jobs at the moment.
Yeah, but so far so good. Everything we've tried has worked out.
Even the one I'm applying for, which is husband.
What?
That's also my job.
Yeah.
So now let me apply your husband.
Everything we've tried so far, I'm very grateful. Everything that we literally lay our hands on has really turned into gold. And yeah, I'm wishing all the best. The road is still. It's not taking. I mean, it's still there. Like, we're still traveling. Like, this video is like. Is it mid?
It's the beginning. It's still the beginning.
No, I don't think it's the beginning. It's mid, because literally started in January, and it's been a long road. Yeah. And we're nearing the end.
We've been, when you're doing something so big, you need to understand that it's taking up a lot of our time. So we've been getting married since January. Since January, we've been getting married.
Literally.
And we're only getting married in May. So you need to be mentally there also. You get to a point where you just want to shut off. Where you just don't want to speak about.
There's a moment where you just like, I don't want to talk wedding, I don't want to talk.
Everyone is cool.
But there's no moment where you can, because literally when you say, I'm going to relax now and watch a series and forget about it, someone will text you something about the wedding. Like, you can't run away from it. But we're almost there. We're nearing the end.
Yeah. 2 more months.
It's not even 2 more to one. This one is finished and then we are into the last one. But yes. Yeah. Grateful to everyone that is our family, friends that are really pitching in to assist.
And even those of us are calling phone. Because at least they know.
Come with the tea.
Those that aren't answering the phone, because at least extra.
Yes. So now I think we've chatted on everything. We're gonna go off now to go and finalize guest list.
Yes, we need to just confirm our guest list.
Invitation.
Yeah, just in a nutshell about getting married. You must have money.
Wow, okay.
But I think when I was explaining it to my brother, I was just saying that I was comparing both sides of getting married and from where we've been and how our journey has gone. I think, and where we're going also. I think the signing at Home Affairs was much more of a relief.
It was the easier process.
Was the easier process and the process where I feel fully informed. I feel confident about what is happening, right? And I don't feel yes, like now as opposed to not saying but I'm just saying as opposed to the benchmarks that are set in Lobola. You see, so yeah. But nonetheless, I understand the process. I completely agree with the process. And it just makes you appreciate. Yeah. Yeah. A little bit more. So yeah. Yeah, I'm good.
Thank you guys for watching. The next video will obviously be of the wedding, fully from start to finish.